Exodus, Goliath, out March 20th on Napalm Records. I quite literally started my YouTube career with God Any Exodus, dude. I've toured with these dudes twice. I've shared meals, drinks, and many a good time with the literal forefathers of fucking thrash metal. No time for introductions. You know who I am. Let's get into the history of fucking Exodus! Formed in 1979 out of Richmond, California, Exodus are considered to be one of the pioneers of the genre of thrash metal that we know and love today. With Tom Hunting being the exclusive founding member, this band has seen a plethora of changes prior to the 1985 release of Bonded by Blood, with original vocalist and definition of thrash metal himself, Paul Bailoff. Notably, some jabroni named Kirk Omelette left in 1983 to join some Danish prince's Nepo Baby band. In comes the greatest guitarist of thrash metal has ever known, and my personal favorite guitarist ever, my dad, Gary Holt. Over the course of their 40-plus year career, the band has seen a revolving door of members. The first Zetro era begins with their sophomore record, Pleasures of the Flesh, until the band's first hiatus in 1993. After a short-lived reunion in 97-98 with Paul Bailoff and the arrival of Jack Gibson on bass, the band wouldn't return to the studio for quite some time until 2004, which is what I like to call the modern Exodus era. For the Temple of the Damned era onwards marks the band's 21st century pissed-off snare coming into the centerfold of the digital age. Amidst a rocky departure from Zet, our friend Rob Dukes took over the vocal throne in 2005, along with the entrance of the OG Chernobyl motherfucker himself, Lee Altus, formerly of Heathen. This iteration of the band would last 9 years until 2014 saw the welcome return of Zetro with a few more album cycles under his belt before stepping away from the band for good. Gary Holt, primary songwriter, is the only member of Exodus to appear on all 12 studio albums. Let There Be Blood was a re-recording Simmer Down, use a Shorzy reference. Now, in 2026, Rob Dukes returns for the first time since 2014. And your boy discusses fucking Exodus on this channel, BangerTV, for the first time. Let's get into it! There's a bear shit in the woods. Yes. Does Gary fucking Holt stomp on you with every solo on here? Duh. There's a reason why I call him Dad to begin with.
Dad?
Me and my dad.
And despite Lee's ability to cheer for a non-poverty-stricken NHL franchise, see, it's a P, not for the Philadelphia Flyers, but for poverty franchise, is still the peanut butter to the jam, the pastrami to the sandwich, the quintessential dual wielder that has helped propel Exodus into their second era. I'm still pleasantly happy to hear plenty of chemistry and solo handoffs with Gary and Lee Altus. Q, promise you this.
I promise you this.
I honestly hate how overlooked of a bassist Jack Gibson is. While I do love me some Dee Dee and Frank Bello, I don't believe Jack ever gets the acclimates that he deserves since being a member that joined in the late 90s. The dirtiest of the dozen bass leads from the 3-point marker onwards. Oh my fucking god! I want more challenging bass leads for the next album, please. Give me more of that. In the title track Goliath, Katie Jacoby comes by to drop some nice harmonization parts with Lee and Gary. For those that don't know, the boys share their respect for their fellow violinist and 6-string shredder, Katie Jacoby, so much so that she has performed with Exodus live with them in the Duke's initial era. Glad to see she has the opportunity to perform on an Exodus studio album. Elephant in the room, ladies and gents. This album is a lot more leaning towards a doomier sound. Not to say that our thrash legends have abandoned their genre, but I will always acknowledge the effort to be the greatest purveyors of your craft. And part of that is trying something new, which they definitely did on this record. Based on my surroundings, you can tell this band means something to me. I've had the privilege of being a part of their crew for the Canadian leg of the 2022-23 tours. Gary Holt is quite literally my favorite guitarist in metal. Full stop. While I was sad to see one door close with Zet's exit, I'm really grateful for another era of Duke's exodus, as I think his initial era with the band is criminally underrated. Pre-mass social media and smartphones being everywhere, there just wasn't enough celebration of this man. And yeah, there was MySpace and Facebook, and it was just the beginning of YouTube. But I don't think people got to appreciate the live sonic blast that is Rob Duke's era Exodus. While there are parts of this album that really rip, it doesn't carry a lot of the similar musical motifs that albums like Shovel-Headed Kill Machine or Exhibit A or Exhibit B hold. I have the utmost respect for this band. I also have the utmost respect for what I do here at BangerTV, and giving you anything less than what I feel would be shitty. While I appreciate the band going back to some clean vocals like in the song The Changing Me, it doesn't quite deliver as well as, say, Children of a Worthless God. Some of the lyrics in particular from Goliath aren't really hard-hitting, and the overall delivery of the song feels safe. And that's not what I want to feel while listening to an Exodus song or album. Again, there are great parts with Katie Jacoby appearing, harmonizing with the leads. It would have been cool to see some dual solo trade-offs between her, Gary, and Lee. Again, another moment where I felt the gasoline could have been thrown onto the fire. And while the solos are sick and hearing Dukes in the booth again is enticing and exciting, there are parts of the album where I wish they would lean a little bit more into the gas pedal. This isn't force of habit level disappointment, but I'd be lying if I didn't say there was a bit of a letdown after the hype of a returning vocalist. While I cannot tell you that my expectations were met, I am grateful for another opportunity to see my favorite band on the road performing songs I never got to see with Rob Dukes at the helm of vocals. And so will many of you too. I highly encourage everyone watching this video to catch Exodus on the road. And while I've never had the joy of making an album, and I will have nothing but the utmost respect and applause for Exodus for carrying the torch of thrash after 5 decades. While this album is a 3 3/4 out of 5 for me, Exodus as men and not only as human beings are 5 out of 5 in my book. I encourage everyone to listen to Goliath and form their own opinion and continue to support these monumental thrash titans on the road. Shout out my favorite part of the video. This one goes out to Daniel from Come to Brazil. I've got the dudes in DEATHRAISER with their latest full length for the first time in 15 years. Forged in Hatred, out now via Xtreem Music. All the way from Spain, I've got some choice technical thrash with Battering Ram and their latest independent release, Time Masters, out now. Some black and thrash from Chile. Necromantic Forces have dropped a ripping new EP titled Like a Shadowed Existence, out now via No Mercy Rex. So, what did you think of Exodus's new record? So, we've discussed elephants in the room in this video. There is one more to discuss. The US of A are the 2026 Olympic gold medalists for both the men's and the women's. Well, I wanted to say a congratulations for the first time in 46 years. I've seen some really questionable things on social media, especially about the Americans thinking that hockey is their game. Are you fucking stupid? Half your country doesn't even get snow. Your only concept of snow is when Leonardo DiCaprio sneezes in fucking Wolf of Wall Street. Half of your country can't even go outside and skate outside. Do you clear your car with your forearm? No, I do every fucking winter. Do you freeze your nose hairs off every winter? No, I do. Where was hockey invented? In fucking Montreal with a literal frozen piece of cow dung. It will never, ever be your fucking game. We have the most gold medals of the men's, the women's, the Paralympics. Go look that shit up, motherfuckers. The battle might have been lost, but my friends, this war is far from fucking over. And this game will forever and ever will be Canada's. And joke's on all of you motherfuckers for watching Canadian content. Eating it up right fucking now. You guys think you know hockey? You don't know shit for fuck all. My name is Chris Thrash, and I am Canadian. Fuck.